anyone in the room, Dave?
No, there's no one in the room, so
Okay,
if you guys want to fire away
sure.
any questions, I'll just put
Um,
this in.
all good?
Yep.
Carl, congratulations. What a finish. Sum up your emotions if you can right now.
Yeah, very happy. This is most probably our most difficult place to come and play, Sydney, over the last few years. So to come and get a win, I'm extremely happy. Very proud of the boys. The spirit they've shown right through tonight's game, because we weren't at our best tonight. And to hang in there and come away with the points, it's fantastic.
I was ask you about Craig. What a night for him. He breaks the club's goal scoring record, scores a double, including the winner in stoppage time. Just your thoughts on the level of footballer he is in Australia right now.
Yeah, look, we know the quality that Craig has. And tonight, he's got 2 goals. It wasn't his best night tonight, but he stuck at it and he's popped up and got the job done for us. So, and that's what Craig does. We can rely on him in that. He's very rarely gives the ball away. His decision making is excellent, and to have the calmness to pick his spot right at that last minute, And I'm so happy for him. I think it's played on his mind a little bit, this record, because everyone's been talking about it for I don't know how long now. It's been quite a long time. So to finally get rid of that, that will sort of make it a little bit. I think we might see a few more goals start to flow.
I think you scored the first goal for Adelaide in the A-League era, didn't you, Carl? So I guess you know a fair bit about how hard it is to then hold the most goals record for the club. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, most definitely. I've said this all along. Goal scoring is the hardest thing that you can do in our game, and to have the composure and the skill to be able to score goals, especially late in games like Craig did tonight. It takes a lot.
Anyone else?
I'll keep going if there's no one else. Can I ask you about George Blackwood as well, coming off the bench to score that equaliser, former Sydney FC man? How big a moment was that in the context of the game?
Yeah, look, as I said to the boys, coming into this game, we knew it was a huge game for both teams, because we were on the same points and we're both pushing for finals. And I said to the boys, look, we had to get something from tonight's game, and it didn't have to be pretty. We just had to fight and keep in the game. And we've known, all season, our fitness has been very critical for us. And we knew, Sydney have had a very tough run the last few weeks with a lot of games. So we knew that, the last 10, 15, that they would start to tire. And we pushed a few, a little bit more speed into the midfield, putting Nathan in there, Josh in there, to just try and, overrun them at the end. And, fortunate for us tonight, it worked.
And just your wing combination, Carl, you've got such a dangerous one. I mean, you've got Craig, who obviously hugs the touchline on the left, and then Lockie, who cuts in from the other side. How big of a threat do you think that is for you, week in, week out, and looking ahead to the finals?
Yeah, look, as you said, Lockie has a skill that we lack in Australia, in that he runs at players and runs with the ball. That's something that we, I'm sure Graham Arnold will say the same thing. We need players like that can run with the ball and take players on. And, Lockie does that exceptionally well. And young Bernardo, he's another one that can do that. And when you've got players that can run with the ball, it makes it very difficult for defending teams. Then they've got to try and double up on them, and then it creates a little bit more space for someone else. And it's a good balance for us, because we have that on one side with him, and then, as you say, we've got Craig with his quality and delivery. And once you can give Craig a little bit of time and space out there, he generally puts the ball on the spot.
Good stuff, mate. Thank you. Well done.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Yeah, Craig, Carl, a couple of things there. You've got a tendency to get points when you keep coming from behind. I mean, it shows the character and resilience of the side, but how concerned are you that you constantly find yourself having to come from behind in games there?
Well, it doesn't concern me too much if we win them. Look, as I said, it's a difficult place to come to, Sydney. I've said this a lot of times. They're one of the best teams in the competition and have been for a long time. And we knew it was going to be tough tonight, and they came out and they made it very difficult for us tonight. They, on the balance of the game, they were most really the better team. But our boys, they, have that spirit of not giving up, and we're always in it with a chance, and that's a credit to the playing group to be able to have that ability to always stay in the game, and you can't write us off. Yeah, it would be fantastic if we didn't have to come from behind, but that's football. You can't, have the full control all the time.
I totally understand it. You're now 3 points ahead of Sydney. You've got a game in hand. You've got 3 more. Your last 3 games all at home. You feel you very much now control your own destiny as far as making finals is concerned?
Yeah, we've I've said this all along. Even though we went through that run of 4 games where we didn't have a win, we always knew that it's still in our hands. As you said, we've got a lot of home games to finish the season off. We now have a 12, 13 day break before we play again. So all our boys can freshen up and have a really good crack at the last 3 games.
Do you expect to get guys back? Do you expect to be close to full strength by the time of that next game?
Yeah, most definitely. We expect to have Michael Jakobsen back. We expect to have Cassini Yangi back. Jacob Tratt should be back as well. So we'll pretty much be back at full strength. The only ones that will be missing are the ones that are on long-term injury, Nick Ansell and Mohamed Toure. So other than that, we'll be full strength going ahead for the last 3 games.
And everyone pulled up okay tonight as far as you're concerned?
Yeah. Harvey's a little bit sore from the knock, but other than that, everyone's good.
Good on you. Thanks again, and congratulations, Carl.
No worries, thank you.
Right. Is that everything? Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much. Cheers.